The Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad in simple English, part 10 of 15, Muni Kanda, continued, chapter 4, sections 1 and 2. In this part, King Janaka asks Yagyavalkya to tell him what his teachers had taught him, which he does, pointing out the inadequacies in their teaching and filling in the gaps. Janaka, king of Videha, was seated to give audience. Seeing Yagyavalkya coming, he took a dig at him, saying, Yagyavalkya, have you come here for getting cattle and wealth, or for a discussion on the subtle matters of spiritualism? Yagyavalkya replied, I have come for both, your majesty. Then Janak said, Yagyavalkya, today I would like to hear from you what your different teachers may have taught you. Yagyavalkya then told the king what his different teachers had taught him. Gaps were pointed out in their teaching. Questions were asked by Janak, and then these gaps were filled, and all the questions were answered by Yagyavalkya himself. At the end of each teacher's account, the king offered to give Yagyavalkya 1,000 cows and a bull as large as an elephant, and every time Yagyavalkya replied that his father thought that one should never accept gifts without having instructed first. Yagyavalkya began, Majesty, teacher Jitva, son of Shilin, taught me that speech is Brahm. As one who has been taught well by mother, father, and teacher would say, so did Jitva tell me that speech is Brahm. For what can one have if one cannot speak? But since he did not tell me about the abode and the support of Brahm, that Brahm of his is incomplete. Therefore, let me tell you, the abode of speech is just speech, and its support is space. One should worship speech as intelligence. And what is the nature of that intelligence? It is just speech itself. It is by speech that a friend is recognized. It is by speech alone that the Rigved, the Yajurved, the Samved, the Atharvan Angiras, history, ancient lore, arts, the Upanishads, verses, aphorisms, explanations, commentaries, the effects of sacrifices, oblations, food and drink, this world and the other, and all other beings are known. The higher Brahm in truth is speech. Speech never deserts him who, knowing thus, worships it as such. All beings approach him. He becomes a god, and he joins the god. Majesty, my teacher Udank, son of Shulabh, taught me that the vital breath is Brahm. Just as one who has been taught well by mother, father, and teacher would say, so did Udank tell me that the vital breath is Brahm. For what can one have who does not have vital breath? But he did not tell me the abode and the support of that Brahm, and therefore that Brahm of his is incomplete. So let me tell you. Life is the abode of vital breath, and space is its support. One should worship the vital breath as dear. And what is the nature of this dearness? The nature of this dearness is the vital breath itself. It is out of love for life that one performs sacrifices, even for those for whom they should not be performed, and one accepts gifts even from those from whom one should not accept gifts. It is out of love for life that one risks one's own life to go to any quarter. Life is in truth the highest Brahm. Life never deserts him, and he will live long who, knowing this, worships it as such. All beings approach him. He becomes a god, and he joins the gods. Majesty, Barku, son of Vrishna, told me that the eye is Brahm. As one who has been taught well by mother, father, and teacher would say, so did he say that the eye is Brahm. For what can one have who cannot see? But he did not tell me its abode and its support, and therefore this Brahm is incomplete. So I will tell you. The eye is its abode, and space is its support. One should worship the eye as the truth. And what is the nature of this truth? It is the eye itself. which is the nature of this truth. When they ask a man who sees with his eyes whether he has seen, and he answers that he has seen, then that is the truth. For seeing something with the eye is regarded as the truth. Truly, the eye is the highest Brahm. The eye never deserts him, who, knowing this, worships it as such. All beings approach him. He becomes a god and he joins the god. Majesty, Gard Bhivipit Bhardwaj told me that the ear is Brahm. Just as a person has been taught well by mother, father, and teacher would say, so did this Bhardwaj tell me that the ear is Brahm. For what can one have who cannot hear? But he did not tell me its abode and its support. Therefore, this Brahm is incomplete. So I will tell you the ear is its abode and space is its support. Truly, one should worship the ear as endless. And what is the nature of this endlessness? It is the quarters of space which are themselves endless. Therefore, to whatever quarter one goes, one never comes to the end of that quarter, for the quarters are endless. Your Majesty, the quarters are the ear, and the ear is the highest Brahm. The ear never deserts him who, knowing this, worships it as such. All beings approach him. He becomes a god and he joins the gods. Majesty, Satyakam, son of Jabala, told me that the mind is Brahm, and just as a person who has been instructed by his mother, father, and teacher would tell, so did he say that the mind is Brahm. For what can one have who is without a mind? But since he did not tell about its abode and support, that Brahm was incomplete. So let me tell you, the mind is its abode and the space is its support. One should worship the mind as the blissful. And what is the nature of this blissfulness of the mind? It is the mind itself. Truly, it is by the mind that one gets attracted to a woman. A son resembling him, a son resembling him is born of her. He is the source of bliss. Mind, your Majesty, is the highest Brahm. The mind never deserts him who, knowing thus, worships it as such. All beings approach him. He becomes a god and he joins the god. Majesty, Vidagdha Shakalya told me that the heart is Brahm. As one who has been taught well by mother, father, and teacher would say, so did Shakalya say that the heart is Brahm. For what can one have who is without a heart? But since he did not tell me its abode and support, therefore this Brahm is incomplete. So I will tell you, the heart truly is its abode and space is its support. One should worship the heart as the stable. And what is the nature of this stability? It is just the heart. The heart is the abode of all things, and the heart is the support of all things. It is on the heart that all beings are supported. The heart truly, your Majesty, is the supreme Brahm. The heart never deserts him who, knowing thus, worships it as such. All beings approach him. He becomes a god, and he joins the gods. Janak said, I give you 1,000 cows with a bull as large as an elephant. Yagyavalkya replied, Majesty, my father was of the opinion that one should never accept any gift before instructing first. Janak descended from his lounge and approached Yagyavalkya and said, Salutation to you, Yagyavalkya. Please instruct me. Yagyavalkya said, as one who wishes to go on a long journey would prepare for the journey by arranging for a chariot or a ship, even so you have prepared and equipped your mind well with the teachings of the Upanishads. You are also honored and wealthy. You have studied the Vedas and heard the Upanishads. But do you know where you will go when you are released from this body? Janak replied, Venerable sir, I do not know where I shall go. Yagyavalkya said, then I shall tell you where you will go after you are released from this body. Janak said, please do. Yagyavalkya began, Indra is the name of the person who is in the right eye. He is the self identified with the physical body. People call him Indra, for the gods are fond of the indirect, as it were. They dislike the direct or the evident. Now that which is in the form of a person in the left eye is his wife Viraj or food. The place of union of Ind and Viraj is the space within their heart. Their food is the red lump of blood in the heart. Their covering is the net like structure in the heart. Their path for moving, which goes upward from the heart, are the channels called Hita, which are established within the heart and which are like a hair divided 1,000 times. Through these channels flows the food and the essence of the food, and all that which flows on. Therefore, that subtle self, composed of Indra and Viraj, is an eater of finer food, an eater of subtle food as compared to the bodily self, which is an eater of gross or physical food. Indra is Vaishvanar, the enjoyer, and Viraj or matter is said to be his wife, the object of his enjoyment. Of the self, the eastern direction is the eastern breadths. The southern direction is the southern breadths. The western direction is the western breadths. The northern direction is the northern breadths. The upper direction is the upper breadth. The lower direction is the lower breadths. All the quarters are all the breadths. But the description of the self is that he is neti, neti, that he is not this, he is not this, since the self cannot be brought under any description of positive affirmation. He is therefore described through the process of elimination, through the process of negation, that he is not this, not this. The self is incomprehensible, for he is never comprehended. The self is indestructible, for he can never be destroyed. The self is unattached, for he does not attach himself. He is unfettered, he does not suffer, he can never be injured. Truly, Janak, you have reached the state of fearlessness. Thus said Yagyavalkya. And may fearlessness come to you too, sage Yagyavalkya. May it come to you too, venerable sir, to you who have made the state of fearlessness known to us. Salutation to you. Here are the people of Videha, and here am I, Janak of Videha, at your service. End of part 10 of 15. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.